Historical context. The entry point. The corporate battles fought today are echoes of history. To understand the present boardroom, we must first understand the past entry point of each community into the Western economy. Because the way you entered shapes everything that followed. The Chinese Wall. Too much capability. Mid-1800s, the great surge of Asian immigration. Chinese workers, in particular, poured into the Western world, to the Americas, to Australia, to South America, drawn by the colossal labor needs of the Industrial Revolution. They were exceptional workers. They accepted wages far below what the already established white workforce considered acceptable. They built the vast network of railroads that stitched the continent together. They worked the dangerous mines and took the crushing jobs others would not touch. The reaction of the white workers was not rooted solely in irrational hatred. It was fueled by a real and terrifying economic anxiety. As documented fact reveals, Chinese workers were willing to toil harder for less compensation. This was not stereotype. This was economic reality threatening the wage structure of an entire class. Western intellectuals looked at the colossal population of Asia and saw an overwhelming wave. Charles Pearson warned that Asian migration would overwhelm the West economically. Brooks Adams observed that in all economics, Asia is cheaper than Europe, and he predicted the potential collapse of European economic dominance. They began to call it the Yellow Peril. The fear was not that the Chinese were inferior, but that they were too competitive, too capable of working for less, and thereby collapsing the Western wage structure. The response was swift and brutal. Exclusion. In the year 1882, the United States passed the Chinese Exclusion Act. They barred a people, not because they were deemed incompetent, but because they were deemed an economic threat. This distinction is critical. Asians were excluded because they were seen as too capable. This created a paradox that echoes today. When you are excluded for being too good, you carry an assumption of competence. When doors finally open, you are hired readily for technical roles. The stereotype that blocks you from leadership, that you are brilliant but not creative, that you execute but do not envision, is limiting but starts from presumed capability. May inherits this ghost. She is assumed competent, but not a leader.